Hi guys, yeah, welcome back to another Bacon Pines video. Continue from where we stopped the last time. I think we discovered a bunch. That should have been episode 6 if I am not mistaken. But we discovered that Gran might not be our granny, probably an imposter or aunt or like some long relative, or maybe not related to us at all. And also the reason the town keeps freezing over is because maybe Gran and her, secret mission keeps throwing bombs into the source. But let's continue. Hopefully we get to I think we are literally at the climax of the story. I don't really know how long it's gonna take for it to end, but yeah, let's get into it.
Moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end. There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything! Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again. No, I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
Okay. So going back, I think here. Doesn't really look like, it looks like this is the only way to go. This is the only way to go. So good cop, sly cop.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation. Luka and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
Huh? What's going on here? He's coming back.
Mr. Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
It seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are.
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup, but she sent a child. Better way to avoid prying eyes. Who would suspect a kid? I suppose
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable a little, yeah? But you understand, we never know who
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So it turns out we are
Beck
both here
twirled
to
her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought. Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep, the old girl is nothing.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her though. If anyone were to find out we are going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning up down here.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
Sure you can't finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good, there's one more loose end. I will go work out loose end. Oh, nothing. The other day I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shop, and wouldn't you know, I intercepted an odd phrase in the perennial harvest transmission, underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? Don't know. So we have a password and nowhere to put it. It's gotta mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I've got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the weeks.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time, Mr. Tolliver had a candy shop, but all he ever sells us is
Beck
apples.
blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password below. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shop. Fine, in the meantime, I've got
She
an
turned
idea.
to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he had a password on the radio. A good spy transmission is never what
Beck
it
marked
seems.
each scrap of paper and leaned back.
You just need to find the hidden meaning, okay? Another word for underground, buried, covered. Could be a cover-up. Maybe it's one of those, each letter is a number thing. So you would be 21 and with 14, D would be... Ooh, it's an anagram. Nancrede's drugstore.
Luka and Beck looked at Rollo with amazement.
Oh, Rollo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Creed's nude rock store. No? Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go next. Yeah, Mr. Nancrede is one of the bad guys. Time to go to Nancrede's drugstore. Oh. Hello. Can we talk to you? You scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you? Nope. You got me waiting around like a last slice of pie. I swear that man will be late to his own funeral. Okay. Nancrede's drugstore. Oh, seriously? Haha, I like this, but no. Anything here? Nope. Can we enter here? I've never actually tried.
Gus looked around nervously. Eris's cry hung in the air.
This is where the source is in the other town. So this fountain thing. Oh, this lady is still here. Knowledge. His pathway. Share. There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do a damn thing about it. I do hate it when the villain makes a good point. Okay, so Nancrede's store should be over. Wait, am I sure I'm going the right way? No. Oh yeah, it is. Hello.
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Hey Solomon, we're looking for Mr. Nancrede. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. Where did you get the candy from? You might say we have an
Solomon
agreement.
shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. Though we might not always have family to rely on, licorice has never let me down. Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice, but whatever floats your boat. You like sour grapes? I'm certain you do. I've always wondered why Mr. Nancrede kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. Well, he's right. It's locked. There gotta be more clues. Okay, let's see. Anything? Do I have to look here? The answer is gonna be around here somewhere. I remember the telephone. Hold on. Yeah, I remember the telephone had something. Have you ever seen anyone use this thing? Besides Mr. Nancrete? No.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside. Beck flung open the door, and they all squeezed in.
All right,
Luka
let's
cracked
see.
his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground secrets. Sounds like it is something. Great, now what? I guess we...
The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground. The air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
Looks like each one of these has something written on them. So this mining operations alpha, you guys have mines here, not that I know of. The town is all farms and fertilizer. The series of tube. Pa always says you can only trust a miner up to the point where they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Pa. Don't always realize what he means until it's too late. Perennial Harvest main office. That's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff. Is she involved in all of this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? This is starting to feel like something big. Okay. Here. Anything here? Okay. Hey. There's a lot of buttons. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around
Rollo's
sci-fi
hands
tech.
hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Rollo, what did you do? Nothing. I didn't even move yet. What was that? Hide. Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Shit. 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 Awesome. You all need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets. I told them it was an absurd password, but they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who. That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. We don't care about our skins. Hold on now, I like my skin. This all stops now, Nancreed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Hey, Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know your father and I were friends.
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
All this. That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. We were a team, Walt and I. A realistic doctor and a bright-eyed... Oh, an idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were his sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped the patients and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick.
Nancreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Luka, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us, says he's got an opportunity. He found something he didn't quite understand, and he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. My dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people, but the thing I could never get him to understand was it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick into villain plotline. Walt loved being righteous almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, if a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, he will make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day
he shook his head wistfully.
Sharper's long gone, but he still got me saying yes. Is there a point to this sob story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what
Nancreed took a menacing step towards the children.
I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this, but you forced
Luka
my
began
hand.
to laugh.
What? You don't really know? My gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose, Juniper. Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival.
The color drained from Nancreed's face.
How does she know? Apparently she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground layer we busted into today. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She got maps and explosive and bad intentions, big man.
Nancreed grabbed Luka by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what it is she's messing with. Tell me now, she's in danger, boy. I don't know. She has a map with a mark on the fountain in town square. The fountain.
A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nancreed.
She knows about the source. What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze and, dear God, she's going to freeze us all. You all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you could get. Head west and don't look back. How did that did not go as I expected? So we are totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side? Oh my days. I mean, this is fun for her. So that is what keeps freezing everything over. I mean, I kind of guessed it, but...
The cold, hard truth. Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view.
Oh, so this is what the hardcover is.
A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
That was intense. Yeah. I think we might have powdered some. I might have powdered with some fluids in there. No idea where we are. Somewhere cold. Doesn't look like it got on any of us. I didn't feel like we traveled that far. So where did it all go? This place sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow something up? Gonna catch up with Nankri. I think he went this way. Okay, so I know you guys are new here, but me, I've been here already. Come on, they are not gonna. Okay, familiar. Oh, come on. You guys don't want to see? You guys don't want to see? You sure you don't want to see? Come on. This is where I could pick up the snowballs. I think these kids won't be able to see. Who are them? They're gonna miss out on all the fun. Finding out that this is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be the most well versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of town. I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nanki is an alien. Although, stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go again. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective: kill us all and shapeshift into Beacon Pine citizens of their choosing. You really had me. Oh, you never really had me, but you very much lost me. Get used to it. Okay. That's a fun.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center. He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Upon closing the distance, Luka recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Juniper, I know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. It wasn't me who doomed the town. I've been watching you, Joseph. You know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran, what's happening?
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luka. This is between me and Juniper.
Rollenback held steadfast in awe. Luka approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand that torch over. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you and you betrayed that trust. Luka, do you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's
they
not
both
true.
now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to change things. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. Now that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luka's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
And in the stillness, he began to weep or hum. I feel like weeping would be the right thing, right? I feel like he would cry, but wouldn't it be way weirder if he started singing? I feel like it's be weirder if he started singing, but you know what? Let's just make him cry.
And in the stillness, he began to weep.
With how the story is going, looks like no matter what, you would end up using all the charms because you need each charm to, to get more charms.
It was all just too much Falling to his knees, Luka whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luka for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
This all makes sense soon. Then everything can go back to normal.
She
promise.
stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious sources destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties lie.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness. She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud. Before Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
Ooh. Oh, town froze again.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luka. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror, there was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end.
Okay. I have completely lost count on the number of times this town has, ended, like frozen over and all that. But sure, I mean, I feel like, wait, that's actually weird. I thought weeping would have been the right thing to do and not harming. Because why would he study start harming in that?
Well, that was dire. On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from.
Exactly.
Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Okay, so going back. Should we go back? Is there any... Okay, nope. Still haven't found anything to continue this side of the tree, so looks like just going this way. So he began to hum.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luka had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind, the only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luka had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud. Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luka was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note. Luka lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm sorry, my little buckaroo. The only people who call me that are my mom and your mother.
Luka blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly.
Granny is our mother.
He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something
Granny
about
is
her
our
was
mother.
undeniably his mother.
Or his mother. Sorry, Granny is his mother. Wait, his gran is his mother.
Only
Okay.
smaller, older, changed.
Yeah. Mom, that's right, Buckaroo. Mom.
Luka sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
I don't know. I thought you were gone. You should have known I would never
Eleanor
abandon my
looked down at
son.
Luka, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
Ow. You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luka. Why did you lie to me? Tell me up, Luka, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luka. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting
For the
fire
first
with
time in
fire.
a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold,
Luka
hard
gazed down
truth.
at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. Huh. Oh, wait. We might actually be getting to the end of the game. That was so soon. You don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9.
Ooh, chapter 9.
The devil you know. 7 months ago.
Huh?
Eleanor Van Horn crept
Oh,
down
how
the
she
maze of
disappeared.
sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempest Liquamen. There were dozens of them, every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
So I guess that's how she became an old lady. Oh, okay. Yeah, his speech, I'm just gonna like spam through it because oh, this man is a liar. Excuse me, I will not. Gran, this town has a dangerous secret and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole town and moved it right under our noses.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they would fix the fall harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated, you're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You snivel, little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just sneaky as the Dickens? We all knew volatile fertilizer was too good to be true, and now this whole town is paying the price. She's not the one who is disturbed. You two-timing clown. Okay. I guess Mr. Nancreed is finally speaking. The truth is... What's that? That's quite enough, Mr.
Torment
Nancreed.
dragged on Joseph Nancreed's face.
Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I want them to see this. Ah, the ever-tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite a thorn in my side, like the weed that burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess,
He
you look
paused
dreadful.
for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company if you manage to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party, but alas, I expected something a bit more expressive than incoherent rambling. No matter your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr? Yes, sir. It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for your rousing oratory. I will take it from here. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Why is everyone calling the little kid sir?
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
I am so confused right now. Founder, you are most gracious. Wait, he's the
Gasps
founder?
rippled through the crowd.
Thankfully, we can disperse with the formalities from
Solomon
here
pulled
on
a
out.
glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine. Oh, he's Sharper Valentine. And now he's a kid. Okay, so I'm guessing the thing that made Luka's mom old, probably they were still working on it. I mean, they did say failed. Most of the experiments were failed from, what we just read. So maybe they succeeded and he actually became a kid. Turned himself into a
His
kid.
body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Jeez.
A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
What? No. Ah, so you didn't see it coming. Damn. Oh, Sharper Valentine is nice though. He's a good looking character. I'm not gonna lie.
Sharper
Good.
examined his new hands.
Well, this was quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. The Sharper Valentine Festival.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, but Sharper is a hear me out. I know he's the bad guy, but he's a hear me out. Malicious. I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again.
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
Aw. Does anyone else have something to
Helpless
contribute?
quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You are clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy, Uh-oh. I gave you both the greatest gifts a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourself in my absence. Squandered. To say I am disappointed would be an utter understatement. Hey, I don't know which is worse, a son who is completely useless or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Harris, you filled me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Oh my days. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense. The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me with no choice. Always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You are about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should have followed Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part and soon he will be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I'm willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of perennial harvest? Oh, darn! Cute Don. Ha! You think that puffed up blatherskate could have accomplished any of this? Don, I suppose it's time for your big excuses.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and blame this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montague. Tip. What? Oh my days. Okay. Now, time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought, but well worth it.
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end.
Oh, so he won. I mean,
This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right?
Yeah.
We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to... Let's see.
Okay, so trying again, using this. We finished all this, Finish this. Ooh, I can finally go this route. Okay. So this is the ending where Sharper wins. I think that might be like the end of that branch. This is the end where Iggy dies. That might be the end of that branch. So I know actually that branch might continue. I'm not so sure. Nah, it doesn't look like it will continue. That's the end of it. This might be the end. I might actually be getting to the end of the story. Okay, so malice.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes, like a trap ready to spring. Luka felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luka to get out of there. Luka twisted free of Nuncreed's grasp.
Okay. So where am I going? Wait, this one I kind of forgot what the whole thing was about. Hey, it's the kid.
The two scurried off, eagerly formulating.
Okay. Come on. No. Oh, okay. I guess this one we are supposed to wait at the tree house. This was one of the tree house quests. Oh, identify yourself, please. Nelly, I work here. Okay. I don't officially start tomorrow. Okay. She's come to set things up. Blah, blah, blah. Clearance authorized. Thank you. Okay. Hello. Hi, Jeff. Okay. Oh, kid with candy. Got anything for me? Actually, no. I can't talk to you at all. Oh, no. Wrong direction. Let's go to the tree house. Oh, can I try the fishing thing now? I might. Let me see if I'll get something new to fish with. Oh, a lot of news.
Luka wrapped a twig of thyme around the hook. Some fish have refined taste.
Wait, do I even remember how to fish? It's been a while. What's that? Property of Sharper Valentine. Figures. If property of Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town. Okay, this. And
Luka
cooked.
tied a bent nail onto the line. If all you have is a hammer.
Okay, let's see what we find. Would that be the last? What's that? It's a photo of you and Uncle Joseph. Let me see that. Look at those two young fools. How do they end up at the bottom of the pool? Who can say? Some things are just hard to explain. I miss Uncle Joseph. How come he doesn't come fishing with us anymore? He's busy with his new job at Valentine's. What's the new job got to do with him fishing with us? It's complicated. Like I said, some things are hard to explain. Well, this whole fishing thing, we haven't caught any fish. We mostly just catch trash. Rollo?
He aired a long holler into the woods.
Rollo! Sigh. Rollo, wherever you are, I hope you're
Luka
okay.
felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag. He conceded to its lumpy embrace. Once again, Luka found himself in a vast black expanse. This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire. The source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Luka stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket. A keepsake. The voice of his father spoke. "You made me proud, Buckaroo." Luka turned to face him. "Dad, what is this place?" A warm grin grew across his father's face. "A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together." Luka found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. Wait? For what? Another voice spoke out as Luka's doppelganger stepped forward. "That's up to you." Without knowing why, Luka Is any of this real? Are you real? Luka's father bent down to smudge away a tear. "Of course, I'm as real as the part of you that misses me." Luka turned to look at the older version of himself. "And you?" The doppelganger choked back tears. "I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone. Does that make sense?" Through his tears, Luka laughed. "I think so." His father pulled him in for an embrace. "Time to go, Buckaroo." Luka was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor. A commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Luka sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open.
Wait, what?
Chapter 5.
Ooh, this is way back in chapter 5.
Dangers big and small. Luka stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped the door handle, Luka froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
Wait, what? Rollo looks... Uh-oh. Jeez, I know it's dark and all, but I figure you'd recognize me.
The large
Who are
figure
you?
cocked its head inquisitively.
Stop now or I'll cobble you with a baseball bat. Whoa, take it easy. Luka, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rollo. Nice try, but I know you aren't Rollo. You are like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he? Haha, uncle? Luka, quit messing around. It's me. If it really is you, prove it. Flaming chicken coop, Luka.
Luka's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rollo, only bigger, older, changed.
How? What happened to you? Well, I guess from what we know about, the whole people aging and things, I figure what happened to him. He probably got in touch with one of those things, just like Granny got into the pod and it made her become an old lady. So it looks like Rollo has aged too. And I guess Sharper Valentine is the only one with... And so how is it that with Sharper it kind of made him a kid, and with everyone else it makes them young? Or back then he created it to make himself a kid, and now he's trying to recreate it to make himself old or something. I don't know. They grabbed me and dragged me away. Where did they take you? I don't know. They threw a bag over my head. It was cold and smelled like a soup pool. I think it was an underground lab or something. They made my hands all big, look.
Rollo proudly presented his hands to Luka.
Pretty sweet, right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower, but beggars can be choosers. Rollo, it wasn't just your hands, my feet too. Dang, Pa just made me new shoes. Wait, Luka, why are you so
Luka
small?
moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window. His
What
hands
the-
shot up to his face.
They made me drink some sort of green ale. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It tasted like licorice. I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sort of smashed open my cage and escaped. Whoa, you smashed open a cage? Kinda. At least I think I did. It's all a bit of a blur. They had you in a cage. Who are these people? I don't know who did this to you, but we are gonna fix it. Fix it. This is awesome. Well, I'm just glad you're safe now. Luka, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at it this way. I got snatched, I would know where snatched people go. We finally may have a lead on what happened to your family. Maybe you're right, but this all seems too dangerous. Danger? Ha!
Rollo shadowboxed a few jabs.
I'll take them all on. Hey fellas,
With
what's
a
up?
yelp, Rollo dove behind Luka.
Ah! Did I come at a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is Beck. Sorry, something bizarre just happened and I need help. I didn't know where else to go. So you're just hanging out here with your large adult friend? Oh no, this is my buddy Rollo. This is your missing friend. One and the same. He seems a little old. I'll have you know this is a recent development. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry. You are the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here. That's fair. How did you find us? Your silly little treehouse? You mean our silly little mission control? I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. And I could hear your rackets from a mile away. See, Luka, this is why we need to improve secrecy around here. Not now, Rollo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened? Yeah, but...
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
Anything you can say around me, you can say around Rollo. This has been a weird day. Okay.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
And hope no one notices. Oh, the notices what? Oh, nothing. I was just sigh. Come here. Let me take a look. Hey, hey. What in the world did you do to your hair? I just kind of felt like a change. This is going to take forever to grow out. You were the one who said that change was a good thing. I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess I just took your lessons
Ilona
to
tried
heart.
to put on a smile.
Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nelly had to go into work tonight. Her and Mr. Kerr decided it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. That Kerr guy seems like a grade A creep. Beck? He is. Him and his weird cult of personality. You are not going to ruin this job for Nelly. It seems too much to her. I know exactly how much that means to her. It means enough to her to exile her daughter to this pod rock town. This place sucks. The people are weird. It's always cold. I can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports. What? In the morning, I'll have Nelly come and see what we can do about fixing your hair. You need to look presentable for the festival, but
She
not another
sighed,
peep.
and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
I know moving is hard, honey, but that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. Other people seem to have that covered for me. And if you decide to rebel by
She
dyeing your
flashed
hair
a
more,
sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you look then. Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Good night, mom. Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded. No. I'm sorry I got you in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I actually kind of like this look. Great. Can we get back to the story now? Next part is a bit important. I have this radio I upgraded with my mom. I was too angry to sleep, so I tried to dial in something worth listening to. Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr, yes, I'm busy. What is it? Apologies, I have the founder on the line. Patch him through immediately. One moment. Hello, sir. It's so nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on our new lead researcher of deep engineering? Nelly seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. You have faith that she's capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor? Her work must be complete before the festival. I will make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good. You know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. Once she's finished the work, we need to make a determination regarding her long-term perspectives in the company immediately, sir. I usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We are in the end game, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risk. Of course, sir. No loose ends. Once she finishes her work, she will either leave the office completely committed to perennial harvest or she won't leave at all. Perfect. Sir, if I might suggest, maybe we should delay just for a little bit. Oh, it's just we seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline, and rushing into things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I'm eternally grateful for all you've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. You are only a few days away from having everything you've ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Ooh. Yeah. Just so we are clear, when they say loose ends, they were talking about murder, right? Like actually killing someone, capital
Luka
murder.
gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Who is this founder? I was hoping you guys would know. As far as we know, Kerr is the top banana at Perennial Harvest. He sounded scared of this founder guy. So we have an even topper banana on the field. What the hell is my mom caught up in? Has she talked about the job much? Not really. She said she's going to come in and continue the work of someone she respected. Like, Luka, do you think the body at the warehouse was the person Beck's mom came to replace? That would make sense. It seems like Nelly's predecessor got loose-ended. I get that impression, so we need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. Won't she just come home after work? The creep on the radio said they were going to hold her until then. So if she's not coming out, we've gotta go.
Beck
You didn't
flicked
get
a
hair?
large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Maybe this will help. You have blueprints. Well, it's really just welcome map for my mom's PhD orientation. My mom's PhD orientation day. But it shows the layout. It looks like some sort of blueprints to me.
Rollo started to wiggle with excitement.
This was officially a heist.
Chapter 6. The Heist. They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat, a modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luka, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in one day, and they each had their assignments.
Alright, quick recap. Rollo, you're gonna talk to Roxy. Cordially. Without her and Fitz, this whole thing could go wrong. Oh, Cordial is my middle name. That's a lie. That is a big lie. How do you plan to explain your new...
He waved vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
circumstance. But she'll be happy I'm alive. She won't even notice.
Beck snorted an involuntary
That's a
giggle.
lie. Beck's okay. And Beck is sure Ilona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it. She'll listen. Once she understands the Deli Nelly is in, the danger we are all in, the plan will make sense. Okay. That leaves me with Jeff, then Iggy. How are you gonna persuade them? I think
They
of
each
something.
looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
Well, Godspeed. Enlist the help of Jeff. Enlist the help of Iggy and Tish. So let's go find Jeff, Iggy, and Tish. Hello, fishy guy. Clipboard, not you. I need Jeff, Iggy, and Tish. Where do I find them? Jeff, Iggy, and Tish. Where do I find them? Not here. Hi, Don. Where do I find Jeff? Let me go this way. Nope, not here. That was pretty fast. Oh, this way, maybe. Nope. He is not here. Where is everyone? All of a sudden, I can't find anyone in this town. Okay, Jeff is here. Hi, Jeff. What can I do for you? I know how much you hate Perennial Harvest. I didn't mean to say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. Well, so we are gonna break into their headquarters. I thought you might be able
Jeff
to help.
wheezed out a long snicker.
See ya, I knew you kids were alright. Wait,
The
so
joy
you
in
help?
Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance, but give me one good reason I should risk my hide aiding and abetting
Looking
you
into the
rascals.
sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luka blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Uh-oh. Hide, junk, shit, fight, hook. I think junk. But this is a lot to choose. Junk? Yeah, what of it?
Luka
Okay.
wasn't ready to. He shouted out.
Okay, so I tried junk. Cooked. Okay, so not that. So not junk, not cooked. Fights. Okay, so what is it? Shit. Oh, sorry, no. Wait, so which one exactly is it? Hide?
Jeff's brow perked up.
What did you say? Go ahead and hide
Sensing
then.
some traction, Luka carried on with vigor. Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
See, it was the first one all along, and I went all out because I felt like hiding wouldn't be like the option, but apparently it is. Wait, hold on. What? That was a mistake. You never hear him say I hid from
One
nothing.
good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it you kids needed? Some sort of disguise. I've got just the thing. And while we are at it, that crate should come in handy. This ain't gonna be free, you know. I'm thinking 5 bags of sour gap should cover it. Put it on my tab.
Luka offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Done. Swing by first in the morning. Okay, Jeff. Done. Next is Fish and Iggy. Where should they be? Let's see. Oh, they're right here. Oh, over here, Iggy is alive. Iggy is fine. Iggy doesn't have his face melting. Are you here to try to tickle us to death again? Look, just hear me out.
Raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We are listening. Iggy, I know we've both been giant bags of shit.
Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
You're not wrong. But lately, life has been kind of... life has been, I'm just gonna say strange.
Iggy considered the point.
Things have been weird around here, so I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What you say? Hide, break. I needed to cause a distraction so I can sneak into
A
Fairy Harvest.
wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
My, Luka Van Horn, I'm impressed. He's inviting Iggy and Tish to the
Iggy
treehouse.
glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Fine, but not because we want to see your crappy treehouse. We just like to cause chaos.
With a quick nod,
That's not
Luka
true.
was off.
That's a lie, Iggy. You so want to see his treehouse. Did you hear that,
Iggy
Tish?
gazed up at Tish with a smile.
He invited us to hang out in
A
the
single tear
treehouse.
ran down Tish's cheek.
I never expected this day to come. How wonderful. I mean, he did
Chapter
say he
7.
always wanted to
Into the
hang out
hive.
there.
A good heist requires preparation. And thorough preparation takes time, something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luka that night with a simple and covert message. "We're locked and loaded on my end." And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach perennial harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence. Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
Hey, calm, Rollo. You can do this. Got your delivery here. A delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about a delivery. One moment.
He had to think quick.
That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked if it kept
sighed,
secrets.
adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. I suppose we can leave this one off the record. I'll harvest out.
With a stroke of his mustache, Rollo
Package for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear about it. Yeah, this is a need to know kind of
He
thing.
stammered, and Rollo interrupted with urge. Rollo panicked.
That's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir. Oh, okay.
The
What was that?
distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door.
The
I've got a
clipboard
job to
fumbled
do.
around in a frenzy.
I should check that. Come on, just buzz me in already. Okay, okay. Ah, finally. Phew, that was close. Luka! Our harvest awaits. Hey, I figured when in doubt, stick with the classics. That was a close one, but you pulled it off. Nice work, Rollo. Alright, everyone knows what to do. Yep, deep engineering is enough. I'll go with Beck in case you need some muscle. I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. Locate the founder's office. So many doors. This is confusing. Uh-oh, I am lost. Ah! A hallway to nowhere that says you can do it. Oh my days. This is gonna be a puzzle. Okay, so I went this way. Okay, another hallway to nowhere. Uh-oh, I am lost. Oh shit. I am... Huh, hold on. Okay, this... I think I'm going backwards. Okay, this is where I came. This way. I think I went this way, so I go straight. And this way. Oh.
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Luka? What are you doing here? It's a long story. Are you okay?
A veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
Some strange people grabbed me and were they in hazmat suits? Yes, how did you know? They brought me here and locked me up, and when they were distracted, I ran. Okay, so you know what? If I didn't already play the first part where I realized this little kid is Sharper Valentine, I probably would have believed his story. Not that it makes sense anyway, but the way he ran off to start yapping about people in the hazmat suits, that kid is trouble.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
Yeah, Rollo and Beck are headed to deep engineering. Thank heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here. Can't just leave just yet, but they'll catch us again. I've got to do something first. I just need to get into his office. Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said founder. It's just down
Luka
this
happened
way.
to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the founder. Knocking comes with consequence. Oh, here it is. Okay, we found the founder's office. So this is it. It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it. Truly
Luka tried the
fortunate.
handle. Solomon
Locked.
leaned forward to examine the mechanism. Luka smiled and looked at his watch. She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Howdy. Good afternoon.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
How did you do that? It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside. Tie.
Luka switched on his walkie-talkie.
Rollo, I'm in. As suspected, there's a panel control. Great timing. We're stuck at the lock door marked blah blah blah. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. I'm not leaving my friend Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field. Luka pecked out his best guess, underground. The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
How did you guess that? It's just an absurd password Rollo had when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the founder uses such a basic password. Or they were thinking several moves ahead and not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting
Solomon's jaw
themselves.
clenched into a half smile.
Your powers of deduction are as impressive
Luka
as your
quickly
luck.
scanned the columns for number 24601.
Rollo, I think this should do it. Bingo, doors open. You never fail to impress. What's that slippery lock even doing down there? We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We are here to get her out. I see.
Once again, Luka scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Maybe this one opened the lock. Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious he's a bad guy, so of course he's gonna be trying to get us caught.
He quickly skimmed the screen with his finger. Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie. With self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
My dears, that, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Yeah, I think we lost them. Making our way to Nelly's office. You two Rambo rousers are coming with us. Nope. Make a break for it. I think that way Roxy and Faye have them on a wild goose chase. I'm having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. How long do you think Roxy can distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we've got time. Entering Nelly's office now. Mom? Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair? I thought you'd be happy I finally used a young chemist lab kit. You sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get you out of here. Who is your adult friend? I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a ghost aunt? I had more of a growth speed. No,
Nellie
that's
leaned
not
over
possible.
to examine his teeth.
Substantial burden on the Is that what you call the junk they forced me to drink? You drank it. Oh no. You told me it was being tested on plants. Oh Bex, really? I promise I didn't know. Mom, what the hell is going on with this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they call the source. They named it Tempus Liquamine. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret of volatile fertilizer. They harvested the source, infusing small amounts of Tempus liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time, but it led to complications, the foul harvest. Rebellious? You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work started by my predecessor, Dr. Prescott, harnessing Tempus liquamine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent we achieved the successful result before today's festival.
Nellie sighed.
Right? You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities. They contained obvious mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I considered that possibility. I sent a letter asking him to clarify. Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio. It's why we gotta get out of here. Like now. I finally solved the chemical equation allowing direct control of age. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Luka, we've got Dr. Murdrow heading your way now. Roger that, be careful. Alright, everything's on track. What is your plan for escape? We'll go over everything when we get there. In the meantime, maybe we just dig up more info. Okay, dig up more info. I know this guy is wicked, but like...
Luka held his hand up to the ashtray.
Anything else?
Luka tugged on each of the cabinets.
Malice? Okay.
Solomon muttered inaudibly. Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Is that all? Looks like that's all. There's really nothing. Wait, I think I might be missing something. It can't. It's not letting me out. Am I missing something? Okay.
With a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face. They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
That was close. When we left Nelly's office, it was swarming with clipboards. Barely got away. Is it possible someone ordered pizza? Come on. Definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me. I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a quick question. Okay, let me think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. Everyone else had a laugh. Oh, I mean, I expected that because I knew he was a bad guy. See, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child, powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial harvest, volatile fertilizer, all connected by a single thread. Yours truly.
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Ah, yes, now you've got it. Tempus Liquamine, you discovered how to reverse
Solomon
the process.
clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Morrow. Very good. Though the discovery
Solomon
wasn't
glanced
intentional,
down, examining his youthful form.
and the effects went a little too far for my taste. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work, which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the
Kerr
vow,
presented
please.
it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
May I present to you the
Before he
eighth
could
wonder
finish,
of the...
Willow snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Whoa, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. We just did the whole evil villain monologue thing
Willow
about
casually tossed the vial to Luka.
it. Gosh, maybe I'll
Luka
have it
jiggled the
fixed.
vial mockingly.
Seize him. Move another inch and I'll
She held it
smash it.
tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables. He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity. A deep uncertainty washed over Beck. She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. We can't trust that Jack. I'm sorry,
With
he's right.
apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you've allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow
The
for a
blood
performance
drained
review.
from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. Okay. I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. The father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be a part of something great, but that fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my lab in an attempt
Solomon
to
shook
sabotage
his
my
head
work.
with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walls showed me its true potential. If, as fate will have it, Luka, your father's dying act was what grants me
A muffled
eternal
applause
life.
resonated faintly through the walls.
Well, that's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failures. You three keep post outside the door. Well, crap. I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Rollo? You just need some time. Rollo, it's over. We lost.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Hey, I'm sorry, Luka. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just we were so close. I've got a feeling eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time heals. Huh? Luka, there's something you should know. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She must have been exposed to extreme amounts of
The
Temple's
color
liquor mine.
dropped from Luka.
Is she? She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted perennial harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often as a vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. She realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work, and it cost him his life. That's a reasonable
Luka was
explanation.
overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now? She's your
A sudden
mother.
explosion
I'm
sounded
sorry,
from
she's
the
your
hall.
gran. She's your gran. She's granny. She's granny.
Chapter 8, Comeuppance. Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to... And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Okay. Yay, the rescue squad. Gran, what are you doing here? Luka, what are you doing here? We are here to save Nellie. We are here to save Rollo. Hey, Mrs. Luca's gran. That's awfully nice of you, but I'm fine. Oh no, what a day. There's no time to explain, Gran. We have to go now. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities
Solomon
from
pulled
here.
a glass vial from his pocket. In
We've gotta
one
stop
smooth
him.
motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
Oh no. Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I wouldn't be so sure about that bag. Wait, why do I feel like she did something?
With a mischievous look,
she seems
Beck
happy.
elbowed Luka. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked its wonder potion with a little junk change malice. I think change. Because there's a lot
Might
of
have tweaked his
change.
wonder potion with a little change.
Like pocket change, your unlucky penny.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
What? He turned into a baby. What? He was no longer matters. He turned into a baby. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has
Eris
caused.
awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty. She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a
Okay, everyone, the show is over. You may leave now.
epilogue. Beacon Pine's coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luka, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
Wait, so in this part, he never learns that Gran is his real mom. He just knows, I don't know, but he never learned Gran is his real mom, right? Okay, in this part, he never learns Gran is his mom. Okay, let's go to mission control. Looks like this episode is gonna be longer than usual, but then
Over
again,
time, Eleanor began moving.
Might be the last episode, so I'm just gonna play it through. Oh, hi Roxy. I'm hoping it helps me get into the School of Agriculture upstate. Nelly says she'll write a letter of recommendation. Okay. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he has the head of a good sprout. I don't just mean grown literally. This morning he was up and doing his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be because of the excitement about the treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this because it will go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too damn proud to tell you. I know. Hello. Why are they Okay, I think they are planting trees all around.
When Perennial Harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Okay. I need to go meet Rolo. Ooh. Everyone is here. A little higher. Yup. Little lower. Ah, that's too low. Little higher. Up. Would you tell him it's not the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of antenna redesign. Tish, you are in charge while I'm gone. Yep. Instead of leaving Iggy in charge, they'll be fine, right? They'll be fine. If we really want mission control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. You are right. Lead the way. Check in with Beck. Let's go find Beck. So wait, we never found out Gran is our mom. Isn't he gonna find out in this episode? In this, whatever this is. He's never gonna find out. Oh, young Mr. Van Horn. How's little Solomon Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do have a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. We spoke at length with Dr. Modwell. She feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, the child is unmolded clay. Hope he's a little nicer the second time around. What is the objective? That is the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. 2 activities I am endeavoring to find less distasteful.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
Okay, we need to find. Wait, what are we finding again? What's the quest? Oh, Beck's house. Wait, how do you get to Beck's house again? I think that. Wait, who are all these rabbits? I don't think I've ever seen them. Jeff?
With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused. Well, maybe not completely unused.
Jeff turned it into yep. Jeff turned it into something for himself. Hey. Beacon Pines is gonna become the back capital of the county. Okay, nice. So this is the way to Beck's house. Yeah, she's right here. I've got news. I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in. It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. Sounds an awfully lot like you're putting down roots. I guess I decided this place is root worthy. You're gonna be stuck with me for the unforeseeable future. My mom's prepared this tree especially for you. They didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. Should do okay in the code of old Beacon Pines and thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. Oh, take Jeff's old ride to old Beacon Pines. I'm ready. Let's go. Oh, they I think in the other side we saw that they uprooted, his dad's tree. So I guess we are gonna go replace it. Jeff?
think this is it. The end I've been waiting for.
Not really. I mean, we know the story, but I feel like Luka doesn't know the full story. Also, who is his doppelganger? Like, he kept dreaming of a doppelganger or something. I thought we would meet the person, or at least maybe one of the storylines led to that person, like an older version of him, or was it just a dream? Also, he never found out his grand is his mom.
Honestly, I began to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
A good little tree, the best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. I always said the only thing fitter than a feather is a cello. I feel like a dense cello. Well, if you ever start feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. I know you don't even have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Excuse me, we are a trio now. Yep. Aye. Thanks. That's just one thing missing now that you are. There's just one thing missing now that you are part of our group. Missing. Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh God. I won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found the perfect way to start our summer. We've got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father will be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you are going to forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more, because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give it to a moment. I guess the story started with him talking to his dad at the grave, and it's ending with him talking to his dad at the grave again. So you won't have to be cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There are things you believe in, big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go, but that didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to, but I know you understand. Is that it? That's the end? Oh my days. So cool. Okay, it's the end credits. Developers, creators, whatever it is it takes to make a game. You guys are amazing. This game was amazing. Storyline and everything. It was perfect. Literally even cried over Iggy of all people. But yeah, that was an amazing story, and that's the end of it. Let me know in the comment section what you think And if you have any other suggestions for games you think I should be playing, or you would like to see me play on the channel, just leave that for me in the comment section. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.